The Ukraine War. TLC. My first feeling towards the Ukraine war was, oh no, another war. The second was, finally, a war we didn't start. I, like a lot of people, am of two minds about this war. On one hand, the pain and developmental setbacks visited on Ukraine are definitely a war crime. They did not pick this fight, and this is the second time Ukraine has found itself in a fight over its own territory with Russia within a decade. So, on one level or another, this fight has been brewing for some time. On the other hand, a war involving Putin is one that no one can feel secure about. Putin started this fight because he knows that for the rest of the world, it's just a catch-22. He has the heavy weapons to deter any superpower. He can continually hold the gun close to the head of the world anytime he gets close to losing. So time is on his side. This benefits him as the attacker as well, because the more time he's given, the better the war will go. So, do I support the Ukrainians? Well, if it were me in charge, I would have asked the Ukrainian government for a lot in open door meetings before I promised anything, starting with military access to the country carrying on to NATO membership. Ideally, this would have started happening in the 1 year build up to the fighting in an effort to stall the war altogether. But who knows? Putin says he was provoked, and that sort of thing would have probably only provoked him further if that's the truth. But the alternative that we got is worse, in my opinion. Right now, Ukraine is in a proxy war for the West. Politicians will call them allies, but that's all served with a big, greasy heaping blob of plausible deniability. The big problem, and it's part of the problem and part of the solution, I get it, but we are flooding the country with guns, tanks, jets, and technology with too few strings attached, as far as I can tell. If the strings are attached, it's not a matter of democratic discourse because it's all being kept secret. We don't get to know, so we don't get to decide. That's fine in perhaps the first year of this war, but what about when we come around to the fourth year of this war, or its 10th year? The American people do deserve to weigh in. Ultimately, I'm worried about the people, Russians, Ukrainians, foreign legionnaires, refugees that are all locked in this conflict. We've been in a refugee crisis for decades already. For Russia, it's total war, and the combatants haven't been shy about trashing absolutely everything. Everything is a viable target. Doesn't matter if it's a residential apartment or if it's a military installation. Everything is a viable target. And I can't stand that. I'm worried also about the environment. Large-scale conflict is terrible for the planet, and the planet really can't take another big one. It can't take much more. And I am worried for us bystanders. I worry about the loss of humanity, hardening of our hearts, that kind of thing. Some say war brings out the best and worst of people, but this is a circular argument. No matter what happens, don't lose your sympathies. Help. Help a refugee if you can. Help another person if you can. Support the United Nations efforts and support any broker of peace. Even if it's not us, even if it's not the United States, we've still got a lot of serious issues to resolve, globally speaking, on top of the Ukraine war. I've been the little candidate, and thanks for tuning in.